Hello everyone, and welcome back to this Lord of the Rings Minecraft mod adventure. I am LeftClick, and we are going to continue our scouting journey through Mordor. So, right now we have something similar to a base. Right now we have a little ladder leading up here to make sure that we can't get immediately shot down or stabbed or in any way messed with by the orcs. And so I think all we need to do is grab. Oh man, I need to reorganize my whole inventory now that I have all these blocks and stuff that I haphazardly gathered. What I think I could do is I could grab some of these orc bombs and just keep them for later in case we need to use them to how to put this, remodel any other towers we come across, or to just clear out obstacles in general. But I think the most important thing to do right now is to make sure that we clear out this tower of any other orcish nuisances. It seems that there's a big hole in this tower that needs to be filled up. So we're going to take some Mordor rock real quick. Okay. So we have a gate structure here. Okay, good. So what I did is I'm going to essentially build a wall here, and I'm going to lower this gate to only be 2 blocks high. This should prevent, excuse you orcs, this should prevent warg riders from getting in here. But first I just need to get some basic walls up that can be a little bit more defensible than just bare stone. So allow me to, come on, climb up here so I can finish these walls, because I don't want archers to... Okay, there was some lag. I don't want archers to come in here and fire arrows through these little slats. So, I'm going to secure this, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little hole in here that we can funnel enemies through, like this. I don't think anything in Mordor can fit through these 1x1 spaces. In regular Minecraft, cave spiders can fit in here, but because there's no cave spiders in Lord of the Rings Middle-earth, we won't have to worry about that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this gate block. Excuse me, Mr. Warg. And begin slowly replacing them here. So let me grab this. I believe these gates are made of metal. That's why I'm using a pickaxe. If I wasn't exactly sure, I would use just a regular axe. But I'm using a pickaxe because I think it would be the fastest material to work for, because I believe these gates are made of iron. Kill a Mortal War, get some free conquest. Grab that as well. Okay, I just need to make a 2-block high gate structure. Alright, this is enough. This is enough for us to have a solid entrance. And I think what we can do is we could actually take this little slat right there and make an openable window, kind of like the trapdoors that are by our Arnor Tower base. Let's see. This should just be a... Yeah, that's just a hole. Let's not go in that way. Let's see if we can make a structure here. Okay, this could work, this could work, this could work. Okay. There we go. Now we have a little port. This port we should be able to open. I don't think we can attack through it, but we should at least be able to see things that are going through. Can I fire arrows through it? I can, so I can fire arrows through it. I should be able to open and close it with a bow. I shouldn't be able to open and close it with a bow, but with melee weapons, I'll open and close, switch to a bow, fire arrows, and get out. Alright, that's enough. Now that we have that, let's take stock of what equipment and materials we have. Let's put our orc bomb and torches away. Our bronze leggings. I don't need the maggoty bread anymore, thank God. You know what? No, let's keep... Yeah, the maggoty bread is not good. If you are of a positive alignment, it's not good to have around, because it will make you hungry. I learned that on my travels, and just in general. Okay, so pickaxe. I'm trying to organize my inventory so I can quickly manipulate blocks, essentially. That's what I'm trying to do. Mortar brick. Okay, cool. So, let me just put this down. Alright, now let's plot our course. Because what I want to do is I want to explore the different regions of Mordor. Because here's the thing. Not only do I want to establish a beachhead further in Mordor itself and out of the Valley of Udun, but I also want to explore the differences because we've been to the Morgul Vale. We've been towards Minas Morgul. I want to see the differences between Gorgoroth, Narungol, and Nirn. The problem is we can't fast travel there. So we have to go there basically entirely on foot. I hear Ologhai war trolls outside and it scares me. So what I'm thinking is we can go keep skirting the mountains, basically making these little waypoints on the way because we can add we're only at 13 out of 49 custom waypoints, so we're totally fine. We can just keep basically island hopping, as it were, along the mountains. The problem is that involves us surviving. And because there's enemies literally everywhere, that's going to be a little bit of a challenge. See what I mean? Come on, see, can he get through? He cannot. This is where the strategy is strong. Is against orc riders. But not against archers. Against archers, this is not nearly as effective. And that's our only way out so far. So how about we dig ourselves a secret tunnel? I think that's what we should do. Let's make ourselves a... Yeah, let's go in here. And let's start making ourselves a tunnel a little ways out. So let's build this up. What I'm thinking of doing is something similar to how we... Excuse me. Is similar to how we were able to get down from our roof. From the collapsed ruins of the top of this tower. Where what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a ladder that leads directly down through the center of the pillar. So, let me just throw these seeds away. Let me grab... How are you here? Oh, you're a chieftain, that's right. These guys respawn unless you get rid of them. That's right. Unless you destroy this coin in creative mode, they'll keep respawning. Well, that's an issue, but fortunately he seems to have spawned down here instead of up in our base, so that should be fine. Time for us to make some ladders so that we can actually navigate the tunnels that we are about to dig. There we go. Let's head down. Do I have enough cobblestone to make some tools? I have a good amount. I think we may have to mine some more cobblestone once we get further into the tunnel itself. I think our tunnel should extend further out, just directly south from the mountains. There's another tower there that I kind of want to avoid. So, let's head that way. So, let's start making our descent here. Make ourselves a little hole. And put a torch down. Oh, there's a cave! Well, that makes our job a lot easier. So we don't have to tunnel all the way through. So, let's put some smooth Mordor rock slab. I do like the textures of Mordor, even though everything else absolutely sucks. The textures are nice. Is there an orc brawl happening outside? What the hell is the deal out there? Good lord. Oh yeah, they're all piled up. Alright, time for secret tunnel time. It's time to go down. And let's put 2 ladders there for good measure. Alright. So we gotta head this way. Let's explore these Mordor caverns. This could be a maybe emergency base operations. Perhaps. Maybe. Let's see where this tunnel leads. We still should be going south. There's some lava here. We can get rid of that easily, or just mine around it, which is what I'd prefer to do, since I don't want to risk bodily harm to myself or my person. Okay. These tunnels lead generally west, which should lead us further into the mountains, which therefore should lead us further away from the generated structures like the, what am I thinking of? The generated structures like towers and camps and stuff that are basically crawling with enemies. Alright, here's a good example. Let's head south and east, because I think right now we're in the right now in the top left, the top right of my screen, you can see we're in the Mordor Mountains. What we need to do is we need to just barely skirt the mountains because we do want the mountains protection from generated structures, but what we don't want is to have to dig through blocks and blocks and blocks of material and risk fall damage from being in the mountains themselves. So we're basically trying to get towards its border. And right now, based on this, we just need to go directly east and south to get to that border out of our little tunnel. And then we should be fine. And I'm going to focus on getting east first so we don't have to dig that high. Because right now we're at Y92. That is pretty high up there. Now I anticipate... Oh, my pickaxe died and I didn't even notice. And I anticipate that by the time we hit the actual Udun biome, Y92 will be above the ground level, so we should have the high ground for making our next move. So I'm just going to keep going east. I could also keep going... I could go slightly south. Yeah, okay, there we are. See? We are slightly above ground level. Good, 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 good. Oh, there's plenty of wood here. I don't think we pass a lot of cobblestone. Can I make... Hold on. Can I make a pickaxe out of Mordor rock? No. That is an issue. How do the orcs make stone tools? Is that a thing they can do? That's a little upsetting. That if you're starting the game as an evil player and you decide to spawn in Mordor or just teleport to Mordor as a spawn point, your life's going to be somewhat difficult. You're going to be using either wooden tools, because like how are you going to make an alloy forge? I guess you can use the orc forges that are literally everywhere, but I guess like how do you get started even? Don't mess with me, orc. That's right. I wish Mordor orcs would run away like the Gundabad orcs. I wish they were afraid of me. But unfortunately, our alignment with them doesn't seem to be low enough. I think it's only like negative 200 something rather than negative 500 that we have for Gundabad. Alright, cool. We're just gonna keep skirting our way over. Skirt, skirt. There's a Gondorian soldier here. This is proof that we are getting conquest. The fact that Gondorian soldiers are still spawning. And I think what we're gonna do is we're basically gonna make pit stops around warg pits here. Because although, yes, they have wargs in the bottom, they're generally not as populated as camps and whatnot. And the fact that they have gates to protect them means that if we're fleeing from enemies, we can easily bamboozle them. So, let's say I go in here. Enemies can't follow me in. All that's in there is some wargs. So it gives us some time to recuperate. Yeah, it gives us some time to recuperate, to gain some health, drink some potions, whatever. So I think that's what our game plan is going to be. Let me grab some more rock. There's just no cobblestone here. This is gross. Alright, we do have a saddle. We don't have anything to ride here, though. Alright. Let's keep heading south. There's another warg pit over there that we can make our way towards. There's a sapper that's going to light a bomb behind me. No, he just had an axe. I'm so dumb. I thought he had a bomb. It looked like he did. Oh, thank you, Mr. Archer, for giving me the extra speed boost I needed to escape from that Olokai I saw in the corner of my eye. Because those Olokais, they are fast. I don't think you can outrun them, especially in Mordor when they don't have the daylight debuff. Because most trolls have a debuff. Well, I mean, regular trolls have a debuff where if they're in sunlight in the day, they're gonna turn to stone. But Olokai and Merc trolls, they can still stay around during the day. But usually if they're out of their home biome, they have a debuff where they're slower or they're weaker or something like that. I'm not sure exactly what the debuff is. The orcs have it too. The orcs are sensitive to sunlight, as it were. But in Mordor, orcs don't have that. In fact, orcs are basically at their prime in Mordor because they don't have the daylight debuff. So they can walk around during the day or night. They spawn at all hours, as you can see. So it doesn't matter what time of day you encounter them, there's always going to be orcs. Thousands of them. I mean, we've seen at least a few hundred around here. Those are some Gondorian soldiers getting beat up by some Olokai. Those guys are not having a good time. Let's help them out. Never mind. There's an Olokai over there and I'm scared. Time for me to leave. Ah! Oh, hey, there's actual dirt there. It's so weird that, like, bright regular Minecraft color dirt is so bright compared to the disgusting, gross, dark Mordor dirt. Well, I don't want to say it's dirt. I think that like black soil is that really rich looking soil, kind of like the jungle mud in a Tarthrine biome, looks really, really neat. But I think it's because everything here is so muted and damp. There's not a lot of vibrant colors here, like in the Tarthrine jungle. Because in the Tarthrine jungle, yeah, you had the dark mud, but you also have this really bright green, verdant grass growing on top of it, which I think adds a really cool contrast. It makes the earth look very rich, very fertile. Here, everything is muted. The plants are dead, or there's lots of browns and grays. It looks just more like stone than anything else, like a machine almost. And I mean, props to the mod designers for making Mordor look like a just ashen wasteland, but it really doesn't make it seem like an appealing place to live. I wouldn't want to make a summer home here, if you get my drift. I think we can cut through this valley without getting molested too much. By molested, I mean bothered, not in a sexual way, trust me. There's a warg pit over there that we could hit up. The lag is starting to hit us now that we are generating a bunch of new chunks at once with a bunch of new entities and things like that. I think we have enough food to last us. This is going to take a while. It's fine. I might skip through maybe some of this if nothing important happens. Because it seems like we're leaving our conquest zone, which is a little bit upsetting because we don't have Gondorian soldiers to distract Olokai, you know? So, I may want to kill a couple orcs here and there just to... Oh, never mind. There's an Athelian, so there's an Athelian ranger here. That's decent. Some potatoes. Yeah, that was a man bone. All right, that's good. That's good. That's good for us. Being shot. It's okay. It's fine because wargs are slower than me for some reason. I wish more Minecraft enemies. I guess in general, Minecraft enemies being slower than you, no matter what enemy they are, is a little bit tiresome because yes, being able to run away from your enemies is good, especially for a game that's designed, I guess, mostly towards children. But for things like wargs, or for example, in regular Minecraft, when horses, I think if you run a horse, if a player is riding a horse at full gallop, by that I mean you press the control button while riding the horse to go at full speed, it's going to be faster than a sprinting player doing the sprint jump technique to go faster. However, a horse in the wild is much slower, as are wolves. I'm pretty sure you can sprint jump away from regular Minecraft wolves. So it's not really threatening, you know. Food. I'm going to put the potatoes I got into my food, so that we can have a nourishing supply of provisions to last us through this absolutely hellish journey. Yeah, there's not a lot to see here. I mean, orc camps, boulders. I do want to showcase more because I feel like there's more stuff here, especially when you get to Nirn. But in Udun, because it's such like a border territory, it's just all fortified. So there's the towers that have grog and bombs in them, and they have the Mordor orc commander, so that if you're an evil player, you can hire orcs out from those towers. But other than that, it's kind of dull. Not a lot of weird architecture and stuff, and we can't really fast travel further into the territory. And we can't just pick up a horse to ride because there's no horses here. It's just wargs and orcs and trolls and uruks, black uruks that are very, very tough to kill. But it's fine. We'll find our way. Oh, hey, there's a tent here. Doesn't seem to be that many orcs around. I could try and loot. There's an orc draft. Nah. Well, the mountains are up here, and I don't want to go around. I think I'm going to actually have to climb this one. Yeah, I might just... Hold on. Come on. There you go. Alright, time to climb this mountain. I will pause the timer. Oh boy. Actually, you know what I'm thinking of now? You know where we haven't been? We have not been to Dol Guldur. I don't think we have. We've been to Mirkwood. Well, I mean, we got screwed up by spiders. I think that was my first death on this playthrough. I think was through Mirkwood. Or maybe it was through the Misty Mountains. It was one of those two, either the Misty Mountains or Mirkwood. Anyway, in one of those cases, Mirkwood was neat, and we saw the Woodland Realm, and then we went to Dale, and it was cool. But we didn't get to see Dol Guldur, and Dol Guldur is the land of the Necromancer, and it's really spooky. It's more of like the supernatural side of orcs, in my opinion. It encapsulates the like magic, the black evil that Sauron uses, and not just the might of military command or invention that you can see in the Misty Mountains or in Mordor, but it's the wicked side of ancient Vala magic that Sauron uses in his conquest of Middle-earth. And I think that that is something that, you know, I think the mod encapsulates well, where like each region of orcs encapsulates a different part of Sauron's influence, which I don't think, oh god, my parkour is just failing. I don't think that Tolkien designed that intentionally, where Dol Guldur is a land of dark fell magic, and Mordor is a land of just hate and suffering, and Isengard becomes a land of efficiency and conquest. It's all different aspects of Sauron's influence, but I think that this mod really makes that shine, because part of it is making sure that each faction and each region of this mod is unique, and that each part of this mod... Please die. Wow, he didn't take damage from his own bomb? That's kind of cheeky. But I think they did it so that each region can feel unique, because you don't want, for example, Dol Guldur to look like just a reskin of Mirkwood or a reskin of Mordor. You want to make it feel unique to the two. Sorry, I got a little something on my monitor. Ah, there we go. You want it to feel like it's its own place, its own thing, because it makes it so that leveling up for that faction doesn't just feel like, oh, I'm just doing this so I can get special units for my actual Mordor playthrough. No, like, you can ally with Dol Guldur as its own entity and still feel very strong and confident in your decision. Ow, that hurt. Ah, stop it. I know you have a funny orc bow or a black Uruk bow, but I don't need that in my life right now. I'm out of here, dude. Ah, they stuck me with a poison shaft. I don't like that. Oh god, poison is the worst. Okay, things are going sideways real quick. Time to make my escape. Whew, that was a close one. That's fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. It's fine. But you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not like I'm having an active conversation with you. I'm just talking at you. But I feel like some of you understand that part of game design, especially with something open world, is you want each area to feel unique and alive. And that's the big thing, is making it feel alive. And when everything is all chunky and stuff, it's hard to do that. But somehow the mod creators made even this desolate land of Mordor feel alive. Where, yes, things feel wrong, but it feels like... It's almost like if you have a house made of wood, and there's a part of it that becomes infested with termites, right? Now consider that the termite mound, yeah, it becomes to become rotted and gnarled, and there's, you know, little black dots everywhere just weaseling through it. But it still feels like part of the house. It still feels unique, and it feels alive, even though it's from decay and death and stuff. It's still vibrant. It's part of a life and the survival of a species, which I think is cool. I think that that's basically what Mordor is. It's just a festering wound on Middle-earth. At least the way that Tolkien somewhat describes it. It's not as glaring as, like, yeah, this whole area is evil, but I think Tolkien had a view of evil that it was a pervasive force, a thing that you could grasp, but wasn't just a modifier used to describe unfortunate things that happen. Where evil is something you can touch, that you can feel in your heart. And that's why some races are, you know, somewhat prone to evil and some are not. And I'm not saying that, like, you know, the orcs are the only race prone to evil. Like, we don't want to talk about the frickin' first stage of Middle-earth and what the elves did, but I don't know. Even though Tolkien viewed... He had this balance of, yes, people are sometimes driven to evil things based on the lies that are told to them. He understood that very well. But he also understood that even though it may not be their fault, they still commit acts of evil, and evil in and of itself is a definite force. Just like good. He also believes that good is a palpable force in the world. And it's like, hey, Tolkien, your Catholic is showing, because that's a very Catholic way of viewing things, or a Christian way of viewing things, is that good and love can manifest in certain ways, and they're not just modifiers for an emotional state. We are really high in the mountains right now. That's why I'm heading east, so I can get out of here, so it can be easier to navigate. Because although, yeah, this ash and snow looks nice, I can't see a lick of anything in front of me. Okay, let's start heading this way. God, how far are we in the mountains? Good lord. Oh, we need to start going north. Well, we need to start going northeast. Wow, we've actually gone decently far in our little run. I didn't know we got that far. Okay. Seems like we're getting to the summit of this mountain over here. Gonna head northeast. Alright, there's what you're doing over there. How did you land that shot on me? If I didn't hate you, I would say you were impressive. Do I get alignment for that? No. Oh, that's a warg archer. I don't like those. Please die. Can I land the shot? Can I do it? Where is he? Where is he? Oh, lads. I'm a sharpshooter. Chris Kyle who? Eat your heart out, boy. Look at me. Left click. 2021. Man, 2021. That's such a weird thing to say. Mainly because I haven't done an episode of this Minecraft series since maybe, what, 2020? Really early 2021? I can't quite remember. It's been so long. But we're back. It's fine. Oh, Lord. Oh, by the way, when I say an episode, I'm not talking about the one last week. I recorded some of these a good bit at a time, by like maybe 3 or 4 episodes at a time. Just make sure I don't fall behind like I did before. Because that was a big struggle of mine. It's not just falling behind, but also just the lack of content with the mod. I'm not saying the mod doesn't have content, but I'm saying that it got to the point of like the sort of like mid to end game of the mod, which is just less enjoyable for me, but less easy to showcase. Okay, these orcs are gonna kick my booty in if I don't do something. The problem is I can't find cover because I can't find anything because it's full of fucking snow! Okay, there we go. I did something. This is something. Okay, this is fine, I say, with arrows sticking out. Look at that! This is fine, I say, when I'm looking like a freaking porcupine. Do I have any spare boots? I do. Alright, that's enough. Let's keep going. Ow! Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Alright, we should be able to head. Yeah, there's Durthong. An Orca stronghold. We could cut across the mountains and go into Mordor here, but I think that'll take a while. I'm gonna keep skirting Udun. I think that'll be easier to do than cutting across the mountains, because I hear bombs. I don't like that, and we're losing the high ground now. Is losing the high ground worth? Because I now hear Ologai. Holy crap! Please. Please. Okay. I think they're AI wigged out because I was so small and because we're in such a confined space I was able to outrun them. Holy crap, please get rid of the snow. I can't see anything. The Olokai aren't aggroing on me anymore. Thank God. Okay, it's fine. This is 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 totally fine. We are winning. We are winning this game. I am the gaming boy. I am the one who wins. I heard someone try and aggro on me because they fell to death trying to get me. Okay, I think we should be getting out of the shit soon enough. By shit, I mean snow. Maybe it's just ash and dandruff. I think that's what it is. I think that's what it's implied to be because it's so gray rather than white. And because the particles are so fine. Because I think regular Minecraft snow looks different. At least I think so. Ah! Ow, please don't. Please. Also, the snow isn't accumulating, so that's another reason I think it's ashen rain rather than actual snow. This is similar to the ashen rain that we had in what was that biome? Was it the Farharad volcano? Yeah. The Farharad volcano. This is somewhat similar to that. Neat. And it makes sense because there's a volcano really close to Udun. I think the plain, yeah, the Valley of Udun. Oh wait, no, Mount Doom is way over there. Hold on, if you look at the map, Mount Doom is all the way over here. Why is there ashen wind up in Udun? So weird. Geology is weird sometimes, or geography, one of those two. It's weird, the phenomenon of, hey, this one thing in this one region of the world can affect life in a totally different region. That's why the eruption of Vesuvius caused widespread effects, even up until, like, France, because volcanoes can spit so much ash and crap into the world that it can really cause some damage. And that's why I don't screw with volcanoes, man. Oh, those are wargs. I don't want them to hit me into the lava. Thank you. Oh, there's stone there. Oh, no, that's gravel. Thought there was cobblestone. I got excited. And there's still ash and rain here. I guess there is no rain, because it's just a dry, desolate place. That's fine. Not wargs following us. That's a lot of wargs, never mind. I was gonna say I could probably take one or two of them on, but I cannot take on all of those. Can we hide in here? Yeah, let's hide from the wargs in here. Oh, excellent. We can just grind some alignment real quick while we're here. Come here, dumbass. Dumbass wolf. Dumbass wolf. Dumbass wolf. Dumbass wolf. Look at these guys. You'd think they'd be tactical and actually, you know, try and stick their little paws in the gap to try and grab me, but no, they're too dumb. Because I'm too much of a gamer. Where's my nature? There we go. Let's put our warg fur rug in there, and then we'll save it for later to put it in our home in commemoration of our victory over the forces of Mordor. There we go. Oh man, you know what I'm gonna do? I might just use commands to clear this. This does not look good. But we do have a road. Please. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I'm gonna get vibe checked. Oh, evasive maneuvers. Okay. We're heading southeast. That is not what we needed to do. Alright. There's only one guy after us now. And our path up the mountain should give us the high ground and confuse his AI enough to give us some time to abuse him. Ow. Unless an archer decides to get fresh with me. Loser. Okay, so this is Udun again. Alright, it's fine. We lost him over the mountains. We dipped enough. The archer's gonna shoot us in the back. Here we go. Alright, we made it. Okay, we made it without getting vibe checked. When the enemies start piling up and they start mobbing you, that's where it's gotta be bad. That's why I'm not super keen on staying in these tents. I really want to stay in an area where I have a quick way out. We're gonna Mordor pickaxe, that's fine. What's our armor looking like? It's still lasting. What's our map looking like? Wow, we are in the freaking middle of Udun. Alright, we gotta start heading south. We gotta start heading southeast. And that was the road we were on, yeah. That was the path we found, is the path southeast. We should have just kept on that. Man, I'm a dum-dum. That's okay, we just gotta head west. I say as I head east. We just gotta head west and south to hit it. So I'll just head south and eventually we'll hit that path and then it'll be just smooth sailing from here. Schnock, get out of here, loser. Please die. Oh, was that my... Where's the sound for equipment breaking? Does that just not exist anymore? Is it something I missed in the update? Oh! You know what? Speaking of updates, so you know how I talked about how the reason I started this series was because the Lord of the Rings mod was halting development on this version to start on a renewed version, which is basically taking all the builds from this and applying it to 1.15. Well, what they did is they actually paused the renewed version and converted everything in the renewed version of 1.15 to 1.16 to be in line with the Nether update. Because the problem is with the Nether update, it changed the way dimensions were coded. different dimensions, like, again, the Nether, or in this case, Middle Earth. So they play around with a bunch of stuff, and they took the effort, Mevans took the effort to code this mod that he was working on to update to 1.15, changing it all around again to make sure it can fit into 1.16. Now again, the content in that version is not nearly as expansive as it is in the 1.7 version, because the 1.7 version, you know, has been built on 1.7 for years and years and years. And so they're basically having to build a mod from the ground up for 1.16, or rebuild it from the ground up. At least they still have all the textures and shit, which is very useful. And they have the ideas, but the actual coding of it and implementing it into the game is going to take some time, especially because of map generation and biomes and stuff like that. Because keep in mind, a dedicated Middle-earth map with true locations of all the biomes and stuff didn't happen until later in the mod's development. Originally, the mod just had the biomes spawn randomly like regular Minecraft. Okay, I'm going in the water. This sucks. I'm going in the water to escape these guys. I think it's fine. And I'm going to clear the weather because I want to actually see where I'm going. Please. Thank you. Alright, it's pretty decent. Now I can actually see what's going on. Oh, wow, this makes routing so much easier. I don't have to think, like, directly in what's in front of my nose. I can actually chart out where I'm going to go, and boom, I actually see a tower in front of me. Oh, we gotta go south. Okay, you know what? I'm going to skip some of this as well. I'll check in with you guys once I have either another thought, like I did with Dol Guldur, or once I have some actual progress to report on. Holy crap, that orc spawned like right in front of me. Holy crap, that was so threatening! That Uruk, I don't know if you guys saw that. God, that Uruk just came in out of nowhere. Good lord. Keep hitting south. Let's not get distracted. Screw you! I'm out of here. Please let the RNGesus be kind to me. Oh, some Gondor soldiers. Hail, friends! What are you guys up to? You gonna kill some orcs? Alright, Ingold, you do you. I believe in you. I feel like you can do this. There's no look high there. Good luck. Those guys are so brave. So deep into the belly of the beast they are. Oh, wow, wait, I have negative 578 alignment with Mordor. Why aren't these orcs afraid of me? Hold on a freaking minute. I think lesser orcs are supposed to be afraid of you once you get to like negative 500 something alignment. Are Mordor orcs just built different? God dang, maybe it's just the Gundabad orcs because they're like leaderless tribes that are just evil. They're not so directly under Sauron's control. That might be it. Just killing this man. Fuck Uruk. Yoink your coin. Thank you. Yeah, I see you two coming after me with your green and red eyes. I love how their eyes glow. It makes them seem so otherworldly. I'm a huge fan of that. Oh, geez. Speaking of glowing eyes, I'm out of here. Alright, we are on the road. This will be much easier to do. If only we had a horse. It would be so much cooler. You know what? If only we had... Sorry. Ugh. If only we had a tower nearby that we could use as a jumping off point on this road. Maybe I could hollow out some of these boulders once I escape from those Ologs. You know what? I think that's what I'm going to do. What I'm going to do, so there's a warg pit over there. I could use that as a sort of staging area. I'm going to hollow out this boulder here and have this boulder as a... Maybe this... Yeah. This really tall boulder as a sort of war tower to act as my bastion into Karak Angren. Oh, I'm firing so many arrows. I gotta go for criticals so I can kill them quickly. That's the thing, again, if you're fighting an archer and a regular infantry unit, you gotta go for criticals. Destroy. Guards doesn't matter as much, but you gotta go for criticals if you want to kill them quickly. Alright, let's go into the warg pit. Boom. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. We have our own little piece of paradise right here. Let's enter this door. Close it up. There's an orc bow, lovely. And let's put a block in front of there, just to make sure they don't get in case they... I just ate that on accident. Time to drink some orc draft. Oh, you know what? There's a barrel of light orc draft. We might need that in the future. But anyways, I think we'll have our plan going forward. I think what I'm going to do is... You know what? Although I do want to hollow out that rock, I think a better idea would be to wait until we get right into Karak Angren. Until we get into Mordor itself. There should be some mountains here that we could use as cover. Because on the road to Udun, we're probably going to see more of these boulders. There's a little sliver of this road that goes through the mountains. Right here, right? And so maybe we want to cross those mountains before we have a waypoint here. Because if we set a point here, and then we have to have our troops here, the troops are going to have to cross a lot of distance and then over the mountains to get to Mordor proper if we want to assault Barad-dûr. So, I think what we're going to do is we are going to end this episode here. And yeah, we're going to end this episode here. And then next time we're going... I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this episode here. But I will skip, essentially, so the next time you see me, I will be around this area. Right in the armpit of... Right in the little, like, the cloaca of the Udun mountains right here. The mountains of shadow and the mountains of darkness. I'm not quite sure what they say. Anyway, this little cloaca right here, this opening, like a jellyfish's mouth. We're going to be right in here. We are going to set up a bastion right here. And I should have it set up next episode. I might go through a little bit of the building process, but for right now, all I want to say is don't listen to Noldor propaganda. The kinslaying was not justified.